G'day Eagles fans and welcome to a very special episode of Coast to Coast. It is the season finale for 2024 and we're going out with a bit of a bang. Oscar Allen can't make it to proceedings this week. Very unfortunate, but we do have Campbell Chesser joining us and Harley Reid. Boys, thank you. I'm going to get stuck straight into some questions for you. I haven't got a heap of time. What was the highlight of this first year, Harley? Can you pinpoint one?
I'd probably have to say first win at Optus was pretty sick to be part of. The Richmond game. I think those 2 weeks in a row there. Then we had Melbourne again the week after here. That was pretty sick. And then, then I'd probably have to say today I've been waiting for this moment all year.
Clearly. Liv, Janny, 13. To both of you, who was your footy idol? A couple of Vic boys probably picking someone obscure over East.
I would probably say, I'd have to say Gary Ablett Jr.
Junior?
Yeah.
Meet him?
No, I actually never have, no. There you go.
We'll try and tear that one up.
Yeah.
What about you?
TK?
No, TK was up there, obviously, being a Geelong man. That's so funny with that, brother.
Were you a big Geelong turbo, were you?
Yeah, I was pretty fun. I would probably say that, yeah.
Yeah. What was it like meeting TK for the first time then?
I guess.
Did you froth a bit?
Oh, yeah, it was obviously like pretty sick. Following Geelong, you obviously see what he's done and the impacts he's had in the footy world, and obviously he came in he's had his own journey and came in his own way. So I think that's pretty cool to come in and play alongside him now. Then you look at him like you kind of idolise your team you follow, and now to play alongside him is pretty cool.
Yeah, cool. That'll do with the Geelong support though. You just calm that down.
Yeah, sorry.
What about you?
Sorry for bringing that up.
Little shout out to JJ too.
Yeah, JJ Geelong as well. I went for Collingwood, so I actually went for Collingwood when West Coast beat them in the granny, 2018. So it wasn't long ago I was going for them, but
Tough day for you then, mate.
tough day, yeah. But Scott Pendlebury, I think, at the time.
Big Swanee man.
Loves Swanee as well.
Off the field he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Swanee.
You would have fit in the Rat Pack, surely.
Nah, I would have been outside of that. Tom Cole.
Yeah, Tommy Cole will be up there. I'd probably say JJ.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying Tommy Cole. Or Gov. Gov, when he tells stories.
Yeah.
He's probably the best storyteller, I reckon.
Yep.
But Coley just every day.
Or
energy.
Fly. Fly's funny.
Funny. Yeah.
Who would, let's change what the humour question is. Who could go up there and do a stand-up set for half an hour as one of the players and be proper funny when prompted, you reckon?
I reckon Witho would have a bit about him. Tommy Cole again.
Tommy
But
Cole.
who would you say?
Red.
Red. No,
I'm saying
Red.
Red.
In a stand-up set?
But not even because like what he's doing is funny. It would be more like just funny to see him up there in front of him.
Like, we wouldn't laugh with him, we'd laugh at him.
Yeah. For 30 minutes straight.
Are you still living with Red or is that done?
Yeah. Rhett and I are still living together.
Whereabouts? Oh, I can't tell suburbs, but you're not in the same joint.
Same joint.
Right.
Still been in there since we both moved out of the hosties.
You got a third tenant or not?
We do. One from Mandra is a travel agent. Shout out to Boyd.
Hooking you up with some deals this postseason?
The Boyd.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's actually just an Australian travel agent. Does like cruise ships and stuff.
He drives them.
He drives them as well, yeah.
No way.
No, he doesn't. No, he's from Mandra and he's living with us as well. We're close to Harley actually.
Yeah.
I see. Giving away some clues there. I like it. Nick Kirby, have you experienced any of country life in WA, being from Vic country yourself? You going any way south or no time yet?
We obviously went down south to Dunsborough. And that was a pretty cool experience, I guess. We went there for a pre-season camp, and then I've actually been up north to Lancelin. Man, I can't talk. I still laugh. Oh, man.
We're a day trip to Lancelin.
Wait, you talk, cuz.
We've been to Dunsborough. Spent a week down south with Ruben in his town down there. Yeah, so Dunsborough's nice.
Oh, this is where he's the man.
He's the man. Yeah, he's the boy, and he walks around town, calls himself the boy, and everyone else does too. So
you were robbing on this trip, were you? Just
I
hanging
was
back.
just hanging off the back of him, just seeing how he goes about it
Sweet.
when he's in the limelight. But yeah, no, it was good. And then we also went back to Dunsborough for a footy camp at the start of this year, which is good. Harley would have been down there for that.
Yep. Yeah, I think headed down to Dunsborough, and then I did a day trip to Lancelin, actually, the sand dunes. That was pretty cool to take the Lux out on the dunes. But yeah, that's about it.
Did you ride something down there or you just watched it?
No, like drove my ute on the sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Mad dog.
Yeah, mad dog.
But did you get any time in Dunsborough, or was it basically
Nah,
what the
not really.
team did?
Yeah, it was kind of just like a team bonding session. Obviously, the preseason camp we do, and it was a good period of time we had down there.
How much time do you spend on the water? You got a massive lake, is it, right next to you?
Like
river.
back home.
Yes.
Yeah, Murray River. Yeah.
Right.
Spend majority of the time on the river for fish.
Are you a mad sort of water skier then?
Yeah, I would say I am.
Love it.
Yeah.
What's your technique? Like one ski, two ski, wakeboard?
Yeah,
Barefoot.
wakeboarder.
Mate, how much fun is it, honestly?
Yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun. It's pretty dangerous though it can be when it's pretty busy, but it's good fun and great outlet, I guess, to get away from things.
Have the club told you no wakeboarding while you're here?
Well, I won't wakeboard, but just have to drive instead.
Right, that'll work.
And observe.
Jack Beak Pre wants to know the favourite spot to escape the rush in Perth, but if you ask that and give the answer, then it's not really your favourite secret spot anymore. So
Exactly. So that's a bit of
Where are
a
you going?
bit of a red herring, that one.
No,
We're not going to
yeah.
fall for that.
But if you didn't tell me that, I probably would have.
Oh, I just said it.
Where was it?
Thumper's house.
Henry Lever 23 says, "Can I put you in my wedding vows?" Chess, what do you reckon? Can he put you in his wedding vows?
No, he can put Harley in.
What do you reckon it'd be? It'd be something about telling his wife to don't argue.
Yeah. No, probs that.
I want to ask you about the game on the weekend that you've played. All right, the waffle game. Yeah. Tell me about what you're expecting going to Revos in Chet Claremont's home ground and what you came up against. For anyone that hasn't seen the vision, talk me through it.
Yeah, well, there's been photos on social media of the ground. It was actually pretty fun at the start, especially in the warm-up and stuff like that. It was pretty fun because it was just like proper pelting down.
Had you played in anything like that before?
Nah. And I actually thought back to that. I was playing in the country league back home, like not even our main league, but the country league. When I was 12, I was playing like the under 14s or something, and that was the last time I've played in those conditions where it was like nearly snowing, but borderline snow, and then a lot of rain, a lot of puddles. So it was pretty similar to that. At one stage, I thought Cully was going to get drowned, like actually drowned in the first quarter.
God, what do you get tackled in a contest?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
went
And
under?
they just started piling on top of him, and his head was like down deep in the water, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, it was fun. It was good fun, but it didn't really feel like footy at all. There weren't too many things that was similar to a normal game of footy.
I reckon Dal was telling us about some people are trying to soccer the ball out of the puddles in there. And he goes, you try and soccer a ball out of the pool, it's not going to go anywhere. So heaps of people fell for that. You just couldn't get the ball out of the puddles at some stages.
Yeah, that was me too. I'd try and boot it and run past it and it'd still stay there. So it was a strange game. And hopefully we don't have to deal with those conditions again this week.
Probably not. A lot of people ask what you do on your days off. Like, what are you two doing? Footy days off. You don't get too many of them during season. How do you unwind? What are you up to? How are you spending them?
Yeah. For me, I think it's try to switch off from the footy world and kind of. I usually catch up with Chess for a coffee, go for a walk down the beach. Kind of just sit back, cruise. Do things around the house I need to do, but nothing too exciting, to be honest. It's kind of a day just to switch off, relax, because your days do get really busy and yeah.
Who's doing most of the chores out of you and old Gilbs at home? What's the dynamic of the household?
You just don't even probably need to ask that question.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're doing most of it?
Oh, mate, come on.
I just thought he'd be...
Do you know who you're talking about?
I thought there'd be a part of it where he'd think that he needs to pull weight in some variety.
Yeah.
And he'd do it with the housework.
Don't worry, mate. I thought that too.
You thought that when he moved him across the country to live with you.
Nah, he's all right. He does his job when he needs to, but his go-to is pack a pasta for some reason.
And mash. No, his best.
Yeah, he
makes
actually
mash.
does go with his mash.
He makes
I'll give that to him.
Potato in WA.
But then how funny is
actually
this actually? We'll give a story. So last week, it's like, you know how like we had that a lot of rain?
Oh, yeah.
He's hung his clothes up on probably Tuesday. He's got halfway through it and then just left it there, like outside, and left his clothes on the clothesline, and probably like a week later they're still there and the bucket's still like he's like washing baskets still outside with the clothes. He still hasn't like hung up and it's just fucking bloody wet as. It's a shocker.
That's no good. What are you doing on your days off, Jess? Same as Hales, or you want to be a bit more active and go out and do activities?
I used to get out and try and play golf, and I kind of gave up on that idea. Rhett and I used to play a little bit of golf.
Surely you got Rhett covered off the sting.
Most of the time, but we're both not great.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few boys. There was a little group there for a while that were playing.
Who was that? Donk part of that?
Donk, but he's kind of like gone past all of us. Like he's playing good golf now, which like he's a part of the crew that are playing a good course.
Do you get deterred from playing because you're just not as good? Is that what you're saying?
Nah, I stopped playing, and then I wasn't as good as him anyway. But I stopped playing, which didn't help. So I go back and play every now and then. But I don't play golf that often anymore. Usually, as Harley said, we'll just go get a coffee or something, and then jobs around the house. Usually play some PlayStation, jump on Fortnite for a couple of hours, and then I don't know, not a lot to be honest. There's not actually a lot happening on my day off.
You do not strike me as someone that's playing Fortnite.
You should see
What do you
him.
think I'm like?
Oh, terrible.
What would you think I'll do on my day off?
Kind of what you said.
Besides the obvious.
Yeah,
Just zen it up.
Footy.
Just zen it up.
What do you mean by that?
Go down, walk on the coast, embrace sunshine. Like what?
down in Trig. Imagine that. Imagine seeing him with his shirt off, like tucked in behind.
I got
his
nothing.
shorts.
What about like you would have seen when Luka
Matty
Doncic.
just walk.
Yeah,
You would have seen when Luka Doncic was, I don't even know what the game was. Was it Overlord or something? Like some kind of shooter game, and Luka was playing. And these dudes are just talking to him being like, so what do you do? And he's like, play for the Mavs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And these nerds online were like, oh, you mean like college ball? They're like, no, the NBA. And then they just tripped out. I just can't imagine you and Fortnite being like, someone being like, oi, Harley, you're missing the cutoff, man. Get inside the circle, Harley.
Yeah. You're in the storm. Yeah.
you should hear him. He goes off when I
Exactly.
play with him because I'm no good, and I only just recently got a
But he's a
PlayStation.
spud.
I'm no good,
Potato.
and he will like, I'll put the headset on, and I have to take it off because he's abusing me that hard. And then I want to get off, and he's like, "No, you're not getting off." And I'm like, "Mate, you're abusing me. Like, I'm not playing this anymore."
He's bullying him, is that what he's saying?
Yeah, he's trying to
But
bully me
he's just
through
like-
the headset. And I'm like, "Mate, I've been doing this long. Just chill out."
He's a crab at Fortnite. For all you listeners.
Were they bullying you at golf as well?
Yeah, Jakey Waterman, Rhett. Who else is in that crew? Rossi played for a little bit.
Oscar played before his body broke.
Oscar, yeah, I've never played with Oscar actually. Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to play anymore.
All right, so I rang Mark Lacroix earlier today. I wanted to get some facts straight of a yarn. So back when Michael Embley, so he's the brother of Andrew Embley, who used to play here at the Eagles,
Yep.
they did a stitch up and they used to put pamphlets in pigeonholes to say where your appearances were. And he got one that said, you're required for an appearance at Myer, full Eagles kit, $500 if you want to go and do it. And this is from one of the boys that made up the flyer and put it in there. So they actually, phones were about because they were filming him, but that was pamphlets how you did it. Anyway, Mick's lobbed Karen up, full kit, boots, socks, full Eagles Guernsey. And they're following him with a camera, not knowing, they was keeping hidden from Mick. And anyway, he's gone with a full bag of footies, thought he was doing like a handball clinic thing
my
at the
God.
shops. And they were like,
We
nah.
want to do that.
They're
I
like-
reckon that'd be that funny.
Well, this is what I'm going to get to. So, like, they said to him at Myer, like, nah, not here, mate. Check David Jones. And as you know, that's on the other side of Karen up.
Yeah.
So he's walked all through the shops, full kit, bag of footies. Finally, when he got to David Jones, he spotted the boys with the camera and he's just slammed all the footies down, stormed out. And then Lek was telling me about, they were stealing blokes' car keys in the club, moving their cars.
Me and Lige did that to Gov in Dunsborough.
What'd you do?
Oh yeah.
He was asleep. We snuck into his hotel and got his keys for his cruiser. Got his cruiser and we drove it and we were gonna leave it in town. But we parked it down the other end of the caravan park where we were staying at, and he didn't know. But then it kind of went pear shaped after that. He found out it was us, and we went out for the day. Came back into the to our apartment, and our bags were padlocked up and stuff. So me and Lige headed down to the local GDS farms. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
General store?
Yeah. That was what it's called back home.
Yep.
It's a little shout there
Yep.
anyway. But anyways, we went in and got bolt cutters.
Nice.
And he's like, did Jerry McGovern come in by any chance? And they're like, yeah, he did, to get padlocks. So would these ones work? So we went back and used the bolt cutters to cut off our things.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So Lek was saying that Pritter's missus lent him the gets for the day, and the boys were able to shimmy the gets in the car park, so it just faced two cars straight up, back to back. So he came out and moved and just couldn't
Yeah, he couldn't move.
get out.
Smart.
All these pranks that are getting played. So That's kind of been outlawed a little bit, or it hasn't happened as much. Do you guys think you would have enjoyed playing in this era where there's just constant gags being played, almost picking on a first years too, to a degree, until you're out of it, and then you can do the same? How do you two would have fared in that environment? Would you have enjoyed it?
Yeah, I reckon it should be coming back.
Yeah, I reckon it's pretty funny.
It'd be pretty funny.
I reckon it's like builds a bit of unity across the group. I think it's makes it more enjoyable too. A bit of a laugh, nothing too over the top.
That carrot story is funny. Who could we get? Rhett. I reckon we could get Rhett with something.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Give you $1,000.
You're going to bite of the cash.
Yeah, like JD's
or like
something.
like a Harvey Johnston. Or something.
Harvey.
That would fold so easy, like $500.
Yeah, something like that would be funny. I don't know. It's just hard because you tell one person and everyone would find out. So they must have been pretty good at keeping it.
I think so. What were your thoughts of the UFC coming to town and then coming to the Eagles and meeting some of the boys and seeing them train? Give us your rundown of how that week transpired.
It was pretty cool seeing them train. I actually don't know a lot about the sport, so I'm not going to pretend like I know anything. I don't know anything about the fighters or their recent form or whatever, but seeing them train, I only ever followed Adesanya as like the style bender on Instagram just because I liked the way he went about it. But the way he actually trained was pretty cool to watch. We just sat there in the shed and watched him train for probably 2 hours last week, and then I didn't go to the fight, but Harley had a bit more to do with it, I think.
Could you watch them throw with the pads on and stuff, or just wrestle in this 2 hour little block?
Bit of both, yeah. They were in the octagon. They were also on the mats. Volk was on the mats with these wrestling partners, and they say there were 3, and he was in there for like an hour on the mats, just rolling around, and they were all tapping each other in and out, and he was just on the whole time, just like going nuts.
So no one could beat him in these warm up sort of submissions.
No, and there were 3 of them like tapping in and out, all v him, and he would just seem to be able to hold his own, if not beat him.
You had a bit more to do with him, Miles. How was it?
Like Jess said, it was a pretty cool experience and opportunity to have him come to the club and use our facilities, and obviously for us lucky enough to watch them train and see the way they go about it, because it was it was actually pretty cool to sit back and have a look at another obviously professional sport that's obviously so highly rated and so professionalism too, and it was pretty cool to sit back and have a gaze. And then I was lucky enough to go to their I think they had a warm up night or something at Crown, and headed to that, and was lucky enough to get on the pads with Stevie. And then
how'd you fare?
Nah, man, it was a pretty awkward one actually. I thought we'd get on the pads. I was like, I swear to hold him up for him.
Yeah.
And he grabs the other ones, and I'm grabbing the box ones. I'm like, oh no.
Did you just make it up, or was he trying to tell you what to do?
Yeah, he was trying to tell you what to do. I was like, just go doing whatever. But all the grappling stuff and all that, I did a bit of jiu-jitsu last year with my uncle, and I knew a bit of stuff about that. But again, I wasn't hugely into the UFC. But again, this year's made me look into it a lot. And I sat back and watched Saturday, watched all the fights, which was good, but the ones I wanted to win didn't end up winning. So a bit flattening. But again, it was it was a pretty cool experience to be part of.
Do you reckon you could throw down if you had to in that octagon in there? Either of you two?
No.
Oh, any of them?
No way.
No, I'm not against them, but against fellow teammates. How do you think you'd fare in that octagon?
Oh yeah, I'll be sweet.
I think you'd be all right.
Backing yourself in, yeah. Probably.
Well, I'm saying against him.
He's saying he's going to be.
Nah, there'd be a few I'd be scared of.
JD'd be pretty scary. Yowie and JD. JD has a little bit of goal.
He's got some background, yeah.
With that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, JD does, yeah.
Some training and stuff.
Even Baz.
Baz?
Yeah, I reckon Baz has got a little bit of grunt. He'll have a reach.
Well, he did a little bit this pre-season.
With Killer?
No, we went to this jiu-jitsu place as a team. We went there a few times.
Were you doing it once a week for a bit in pre-season?
Yeah, for once a week. Were you here then or no?
Yeah, I was, but I didn't do it.
Didn't do it, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it helped you?
Yeah, at that time of the year, you haven't wrestled or really had any physical contact with anyone, so it's probably a good thing to start doing that stuff before we get back into contact. Maybe, I don't know. That was just my first thought, but we did a little bit of, and it was hard.
I would say it's I feel like all those grappling and all that stuff would help with tackling, and obviously these days the rules and all that have changed so much, and they've gone soft, and I think with breaking tackles too, it helps with strength. And you obviously I found when I was doing that type of training, I was hitting parts that you wouldn't normally hit in your regular training day-to-day basis, So I felt like, I reckon you do find benefits from it. But again, it's like, are you going to actually like do an arm drag on game day or something?
So what you're telling me,
someone behind the plate.
what you're telling me is we're going into Pikey's office and say keep the octagon where it is in the shed
Basically.
for the whole year.
It's actually still there.
Yeah.
I love that. What you wouldn't know about me, Harles, is I'm coaching 8-year-olds with Lek. And you just you know nothing. So anyway, you got a vast variety of kids, like some that are, struggling, spud areas, and a couple that are just stronger and bigger than the others.
Yep.
Like, do you remember of what you were at 8 years of age, or when it all clicked and everyone was like, mate, this guy's a little bit better than this team? Did it start that young, or did it come in the teens?
Oh, I don't really want to sound.
No, but I'm teeing you up for it. You know what I
Man,
mean?
I get you. I feel like footy was always a part of me, and I was always, I think that's all I look forward to when I was a kid. Like, footy's always been a part of me, and I've been doing it since I can remember. So I think from early days, yeah.
Well, in the country, do they play you up a lot when you're decent level? So did you have to play up?
So I actually played my first under 14s game before I played my first under 12s game.
That's classic.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yep. And you used to follow Dad around quite a bit around the footy scene.
Yep.
How good was he back in the day?
He was pretty special to watch, and played over 400 games to at local clubs. So it's a lot of games.
Till he was 50?
Yeah, basically.
What a freak.
Yeah. And he took
Didn't he take a massive hanger?
Yeah, he used to take a few good marks, he reckons, but I'm still trying to catch him.
Well, one of the questions from the fans is whether your Mark v. the Ruse is better than Mark. Is that his name?
Yeah.
So you reckon that was better than his best in his heyday, or what?
I don't reckon. I've got to stand on someone's shoulders for that to happen. So I think I'll be waiting a long time unless you're running out on the opposite team one day, mate.
I wouldn't give you much spring, mate. I'll crumble underneath you. For your Mark of the Year attempts on the weekend, though, so JD went for one, you went for one, Flying went for
Clanger.
one. Who was going to win Mark of the Week if they hang on to theirs, you reckon?
I wouldn't really look back at JD's or mine, but Fly's would have been nice if he hit that.
Yeah.
But I reckon my one I felt they hit me straight in the face. So that was pretty awkward.
I reckon that would have been JD's best mark of his career.
Reckon?
Because he hasn't got a proper sit and launch in all of them. They're all going back with the flight, getting smacked in the head.
I didn't see the one on the weekend. I'm trying to think what one.
It was decent. Fly went for it behind and just caked it behind him.
Oh.
But JD got up pretty high. That was back before it all just started hitting the fan in the second quarter. Things were looking a little bit up there. Did you two watch any Olympics? Did you even give the youth of
I actually
today?
watched a lot of it.
Yeah.
What tick would you fancy? Talk some Olympics with me.
Well, I watched that documentary before the Olympics. So I was on the sprint athletics train, this Noah Lyles train, which was disappointing to see him walk off, or not walk off actually, be wheelchaired off.
On the 200.
After the 200. Did you see that? He had COVID and
That's
got
ridiculous,
wheelchaired
man.
off the ground, off
Carry
the
on.
Yeah, off the finish line.
So what was the doco like? Was it just about him or?
No, there were heaps of different athletes, but it was mainly centered around him. Yeah, he was the main character.
Saying that he hosed all the other athletes in other codes, saying they're not world champions of anything?
Yeah, pretty much. They weren't anything, which to his credit, he's actually a better 200 metre runner than 100, and he came out and dominated the 100.
I wouldn't say dominated.
Well, he won. And
He won.
And he wasn't supposed to win.
Yep.
So I thought he was going to win, but I thought he was going to hit the double, but no, he didn't. What did you watch, Harley?
I actually watched a bit of the skateboarding. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
And then, what?
Did you hit a few half pipes back in the day or what?
Yeah. Local skate park, man. I was a scooter man, actually.
Were ya?
Yeah, I was pretty dope on the scooter.
Did you get any respect out there on the scooter with the other skateboarders around? Because that was taboo back when I was growing up, but now it seems like scooters are a bit more accepted in today's world of skating.
No, well, to be honest, there wasn't too many skateboarder dudes hanging around.
Right.
It was more just like scooters.
Any gnarly stacks on it?
Nah, I was pretty gifted with my skills on the half pipe.
So what skater ones, like when they're doing the tricks in the park?
Yeah,
in the Olympics? That's the one you watch the most?
Oh yeah, I watched that one, and then obviously the swimming, that was pretty cool to watch, and yeah.
What was the weirdest sport you found yourself just getting up and about for, where you're like, I wouldn't watch this at any other time in my life if the Olympics weren't on?
Go on.
I got into the handball a bit.
Did you?
Pretty weird.
yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's valid.
A lot of the timings were weird.
Basketball was sick, actually.
Yeah, basketball was
Australia v the Joker, basically.
Yeah, you guys missed one. You guys had a game at the same time as one of them, I reckon. The first game that they won which was pretty epic. So
Who did they beat?
They beat. It wasn't
Colombia.
Was it Canada?
Colombia.
No, they didn't play Colombia. God, I want to say they beat
No,
Spain. They beat.
Yeah, Spain. I was going to say that.
Yeah, but you guys were playing the same night. I remember having to do some flicking of the
I
TV.
wasn't playing, mate. I was playing waffle.
Did you watch the Spain game
off
then?
the grass out at Mineral Resources Park.
Oh, mate,
So I was probably watching it.
you and Joe,
Who do you reckon is going to win club champs?
Gov. Yep. Gov. Or Yowie.
Yeah, true.
Yowie or Gov. They're locked, I reckon.
Let me throw something to you. Gov will be having surgery this week and not playing in the weekend's game. I'm pretty sure that's being released today. Next door, they're doing the medical report. Would Gov not playing in this game possibly cost him his first ever club champion award? Do you think it's that tight at the top? Because the way that our club champs works, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know, man.
Is it's not a 3-2-1 or a 5-4-3-2-1. You get it's whoever's played the most a major advantage. You get out of 25, don't you? You get
you get heaps.
if you have a perfect game, you get 25 out of 25. Do you reckon it's that close?
It could be, but I reckon
I'd say it'd be like TV,
It's out of those two.
Yowie, Gov. So I reckon that'd be like in the thing. But again, Gov, man, I think it'd be hard for him not to poll in any of the games he did.
in the
play.
games he did play. How many games did he miss?
I think he, Waterman have both played the same.
Actually,
now.
Jakey too. Jakey will be up there.
Jakey in the games, he's played.
They've probably missed 3 each,
Three.
approximately, around that.
Yeah, that hurts. So if it's
Rhett, he might be up there.
me, help side.
Who's winning? Actually, on the subject of that, do you think Gov will be an All-Australian?
Yes, should be. If he's not,
Well, TB didn't get one last year when he had an unreal year.
unbelievable year. Yeah, you're right.
That feels
Actually,
corrupt.
That surprised me.
Who do you think will win best clubman? So that can normally go to someone.
Matt Flynn. He does a bit with the women's team, I see. The ruck coaching and I think the way he's came in.
Great call.
Didn't think of Flinny, but that's actually a very good
Flinny
answer.
or Coley
Or Gilby.
or Gilby or
Gil
Rusco.
should be right up.
Those two just roaming around the hallways.
Would Rhett be a chance?
Of best clubman.
Yes. Can the Chillman be the clubman?
The giftman
Nah,
could
he
be the
can't
clubman.
be.
Okay, maybe not. Flinny's a good
Rhett
call.
I
though.
haven't seen Rhett do enough,
Okay.
like community-wise.
All right.
Oh, community.
Not like on the field. He's just came back. But he's been playing well. I'll give it to him.
It's more around the boys.
Yeah, so yeah, right.
Yeah. Because there's a
it's more
community
boys.
award. Doesn't need to be that one.
Oh, is
you
there
mean
a
club?
separate community award?
I think so. It's got nothing to do with it. It's camaraderie amongst the team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Who votes? Do we vote?
If you haven't voted the last 2 years, I'm going to say no.
Can't remember. We might have, so I've forgotten.
Talk to me about Yowie. Like, what do you love about Yowie? Signed a deal, staying here, which is just mint. Great 1-2 punch. What's Yowie been like first year?
Yeah, I think for me, obviously, he's been an individual that's obviously helped me very closely, both on and off the field. And yeah, again, I think he's just like a bigger brother who's pretty scary. I think I listen to everything he says because he's a pretty scary man when he gets yapping. And again, he's got great sense of humour about him. He's funny. But yeah, out there, man, he's obviously knows what's right and knows what's wrong for him, and obviously for me too. He's been able to look after me and show me the right path to go down, and he's given me decisions to make, and he'll always be beside me to make the right decision.
Did you know much about him prior to this year?
Obviously, I think I was pretty into my footy, so kind of knew most of the players that are floating around, obviously. And
Had his playing card?
I didn't have that, but I have it in my locker now, to be honest.
Love.
Yeah, don't know how I got that, but
He's got a good selection of left foot goals in his career.
he does. He's actually tells me to always kick on my left at training. And then I had a chance on the weekend. I slipped over, just summed up today. 3 points for the big fella.
Gaffy had a chance to go on his right on the weekend, turned around and kicked a 2-metre ball in total distance, went about 30 metres in the
I
sky.
thought Gaffy was going to keep going the last quarter. Did you see that?
Yeah, I thought that's what he's talking about. I think.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. That was a horrendous time. He was around the 50.
Yeah.
Didn't
Had an opportunity anyway.
he did with about a minute to go? Yeah,
Yeah, with a minute to go. Yeah,
What was it like seeing off Gaffy, Chess? You know, a bloke that you've been around 3 years and probably taught you a bit about playing some outside midfield roles.
yeah, and he did. He's obviously one of the best, probably wingers to ever played the game. I think he had 99 games of 30 plus disposals, which is pretty crazy.
How many you had?
None. I think my career high is like 19, so I haven't even hit the 20 bomb
Jeez,
yet.
I'd kill for 19, yeah.
He's obviously a legend of the club and the AFL, so it was cool to play alongside of him and then also learn off him.
Would have been nice to get in for the big fella, and Cripper's 250th. But
and that would have been good too. Yeah, it would have been good to be playing, but that's all right. He's going well. Hopefully he's got his new son now as well, named after the great Harvey Johnson. So yeah, he's going well with that. He's obviously learning with that now, which is pretty cool.
You're going to be an all right dad?
He would be.
Yeah,
I reckon it'd be good.
Bring him up very prim
He's got
and
a
proper,
cat at
I would
home
thought.
that he
cat?
loves it. Yeah, and he loves it too. Like he's proper loves it. So I reckon he'll become obsessed with his own child, which is great for him.
Thoughts on the post-game selfie? I'm a big fan. Something that's come to the party late in the AFL. The one against the Suns was magnificent. Whose idea was it? Who got behind it? Why are some teammates missing? Why does Harvey look like he's a member of the All Blacks Kiwi squad?
Mate, to be honest, I was honestly just in the crowd, like giving the supporters like sign and stuff or whatever, and Coley just grabs me and they hand me the phone like, you're taking the photo. I was like, oh, me. It's like, I'm scared to always know what I look like. So I just had to go all in for it.
Yeah. Are you a fan of him? You like it?
Hawthorn do it well because the whole
Hawthorn do
team
it.
gets in it.
But we do it once a 4 months.
It helps when when you're winning consistently like them.
Yeah, I have a feeling
Certainly
that
helps.
you can be a bit more creative if you're Hawthorn on the
get more
drive.
creative.
You'd be
with
looking
social
forward to
media.
that.
Big time. I got a couple more questions for you. Candice Spragg, had to get one of hers in. How did it feel meeting the Prince of Perth, Benny Cousins, for the first time?
I think it was it was a pretty cool moment. Obviously he was a great footballer and even a better bloke too when he came in, and obviously a great player who wore the number 9 too. So it was a pretty cool opportunity for me to finally meet him. I got to meet him at the club when he came in, and he was a great bloke, and he obviously he said to me if I ever need a chat or anything he'll reach out. Mate.
All right, leave him. So are you going to his show? Are you going to go watch him speak, Chess? Front row?
No.
All right.
Simple answer, no. I'm not going to go and watch his show because Harley talks enough. I'm sick of him.
All right.
I'm keen for the off season. I need to go to Europe.
Annalise P09. Have you ever touched the eagle? Have you touched Aussie? Didn't you do a photo shoot with Aussie? What are your thoughts of the bird? We've got some players that are scared of Oz. Like, how do you feel being around an eagle?
I was lucky enough to do a photo shoot with the eagle down Trig, and it wasn't too bad, but Aussie, like actual Oscar Allen, he was like himself and he like full crapped. And same as Gov. Gov was pretty scared.
Last question. What do you bench? What do you two both benching? Give a comparison of the great man.
Yeah, 120.
What about you, Chess? You near it?
Lied straight to your face. No, I'm not 120. I'd be just over 100, I reckon.
I'm only just on 100, eh?
Yeah, I've seen media and stuff around some other players around the comp. Like that Paul Curtis has had like 150 or something. 160 even.
Ridiculous.
Nowhere near that. Nah.
But Jim Strong and Footy Strong are a lot different, eh, Thump? Obviously, you know.
Oh, yeah, mate. Harley, if you want my program, mate, I'm more than happy to dish it to you.
Nah,
Me and the
100%,
milkman
mate.
combined might be able to take you down in the octagon. Mate, you're a busy man. Cash is coming out the side, so appreciate the time coming in here and talking to us and giving the fans a bit of an insight to what's going on in Harley Reid's world. A lot of people upset there's no milkman here, but unfortunately,
That'd be a replacement.
I think it's all more the reason to come back and do a proper one when Oscar Allen actually lobs and gets a part of it. So,
Nice, sweet.
Chess,
Thank you.
mate, you single-handedly lifted the attractiveness of this podcast through the roof.
Yeah, with the looks.
Yeah, the producer said we need to bump up from Thumper, so I was dragging us down a bit, and I appreciate your company.
Dragged it down a bit too.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks,
We'll just
Thumper.
send you the BSB and account number and we're all sweet.